All right, so welcome to my training. Tonight I'm going to be going over simplifying the booking process with Royal Caribbean. I can touch briefly on the website for Royal Caribbean, but I'm going to jump more into the steps I take into booking. So before we jump on the website, I wanted to go over this stuff with you guys. So of course, Royal Caribbean is within our cruising power. That's the website that you'll use as a travel agent to do your bookings, your trainings, all that stuff. So I have a system that I do. As you can see, you send out your inquiry form to your client. They fill it out. This gives you an idea of what they're wanting, as well as if they're a looker or a booker. Um, you want to do a follow-up call. So if you have any other questions, kind of get to know your client, and then allow them to ask you any questions. It's just a great way to kind of turn it around and make sure that you guys get all the information you guys need, because there's not always um, all of it filled out in the inquiry form. Some things you might have, other questions about. And then of course you want to build your quote. There is different ways to build your quotes. I use Google Sheets. I will actually show you one of my quotes that I did for, I think it was actually Carnival, but it is a cruise, so you'll kind of get the same idea. And then you want to send out the quotes. So how I send out my quotes, and you guys keep in mind that this is your business, so you get to run it however you want. This is just how I do things, and for you guys to, gauge on different ways for you guys to do it. But I will send them a text and be like, hey, I've got your quote ready. Would you like to set up a time to go over it? And then I go over it with them on the phone. That gets you more sales than just sending it and then letting them, sit on it. And it gives me a way to go through it and let them make sure that they know how to, go through all the little tabs for my quotes and all that. And you'll see what I mean when I pull up my quote. Um, and then I kind of go over with it. You really want to sell it, make it sound exciting, stuff like that. Sometimes people will want to talk it over with, people that are in their group if it's more than one or two people. You kind of want to not annoy them, but you still want to keep in contact and reach out to them. And, after a few days, be like, hey, are you wanting to book that, trip, that cruise, yada, yada. And then once you've sealed the deal and you've got that booking, I build an invoice and I send that to them, because sometimes, depending on if it's on like what the booking is, I will give them more than one quote. Or if it's a cruise and they have a certain cruise ship they want to go on, I'll give them different prices on like interior or, top deck, different placements of the cabins, the rooms, or I'll give them different ships. So just depending on, what they want. Some people come to you and they want, I want this cruise ship on this day and, yada, yada. And then after I built the invoice, of course, I send it to them. And this kind of just gives them a layout of what they're paying for. And I can show you one of those as well. And then, of course, you'll go through and do the booking for the cruises. With the cruises, you can put a deposit. You do not have to pay the full amount. And then I build my receipts. After I send out my receipt, and I do the quote, the invoice, and the receipt all on Google Sheets. So that's how I do mine. And then you'll want to fill out your commission tracking form. And then I send out, once they return, a welcome back form. And this is kind of just a form that, ask them how was their vacation, what they liked about it, would they use that again, whatever you have it. And I can show you that as well. So let's kind of look into those, and then we'll jump into the website. So I have everything set up, and I call it Watkins Escapes Binder. Watkins Escapes is my travel agency name. And this has all my stuff that I use for this page is for booking and basically the business side. And then I have like my trainings and other things as well. As you can see down at the bottom, I have a bunch of other stuff. I have my suppliers that that I have registered with right here, and stuff like that. But that's kind of a different training. So I have right here, I don't really use this anymore, but there is a booking travel, yeah, book travel checklist. Kind of make sure you know, cover all the bases. And then this is my inquiry form. So it starts like this. I can't get too far in it on this side. I'll have to sign in to show you guys a little bit more. But it's just basically the questions. We'll go through a little bit. You know, name, phone number, their basic information. My number lock is on. There it goes. It was off, not on. Okay. Email. I'm just putting in random stuff for now. And then you'll get into, oh, it knows it's a valid email. But anyways, so it will get into other questions, like the departure date, return date, what they're wanting, stuff like that. You can actually pull it up this way and kind of show you it better. If I can type. Let's do it this way. That way you guys can actually see it and get the full picture. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. And with job form, you can only have 5. So that's why I have multiple accounts. I have my mentor side and then my booking side. So come here. I got one for all kinds of travel except for cruises. I did have one for transportation, but I kind of just put those into each other. But here's my cruise one. And I use Google Sheets, or no, Google Forms for these before I switch to job form. So that's not what I wanted. Let me just a second. Oh yeah, let me edit it. We can do it that way and see it. Okay, so this is my job form for the inquiry. I asked them the preferred communication. Are they ready to pay a deposit? And this is gonna let you know here if they're ready to book or not. It's one of the bigger ones. And as you can see, it's just, you know, information I need to be able to book. So there's that one. And then the welcome back one, since we're here, I'll show you that one real quick, and then I'll show you my quotes and receipts and invoices. And then we'll jump into the website. So the welcome back is, like I said, it's basically just a review on me, on their vacation, all that stuff. So I asked them things like, of course, their, you know, name and all that. And then, you know, how was your trip? Did it meet expectations? What did you enjoy most about your trip? And then would you stay at this accommodation again? And then, you know, if yes or no. If no, then why? And then, you know, rent the vehicle. I cover all my bases. And if they didn't do that, all they have to do is click NA. Super quick and easy. It looks like a lot of questions, but it's really not. And then I have them rate their experience with me and if they would refer me. And then I can use these, like I can screenshot them, use them on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. And then I do ask them to leave a testimonial. I give them an option. So if you see these little things, they have to answer that to complete the form. But if if it doesn't have it, then they don't have to. So I don't make them leave a testimonial, sorry, but I do ask them to. Those are even better to put on than the stars. And then I asked them, you know, did you take any pictures while you're out on vacation? And if so, then I ask them, you know, hey, can I use them? And I tell them what I'm wanting to use them for. I'm, you know, crystal clear that, you know, I want to upload them on my website, use them for my social media, ads, flyers, stuff like that. And then I give them an option to upload their pictures. I think I set it to like 5 pictures each, maybe. I don't know. They have different settings that you can use on Jotform. So there's that one. And then let's do the quote first. So I need to go into my other one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. So it's Carnival Cruise. Like I said, it's not Royal Caribbean, but this kind of gives you an idea of what to do for, your quotes. Some people use email. Some people use Google Docs. This is just how I like to do it. You guys don't have to do it this way. But I give them the basic, like almost invoice looking format. And then I have these little tabs because, Google Sheets is like Excel. And then I have their cabin information. So in this one, she had an exact cruise ship she wanted to go on with an exact date, and she wanted, in the middle cabin. So she only got, one quote per cabin. And that's why, because she was so specific about what she wanted. So as you can see, it has all this information. I do bonus amenities. So when you're booking with Royal Caribbean, they do it a little bit different. And then so even with Royal Caribbean and Carnival, there's different things like bonus amenities that they offer you depending on which, option you pick on your deal. So it just depends on the booking engine you use. It's a little bit different for both. And I'll kind of jump into that a little bit more when I've got it pulled up on the website. So we can go over only how Royal Caribbean does it. I did broke it down for them, and I highlighted or put in green the price so it'd be easy to find. So same thing for the next one. And in this picture right here, I just typed in Royal Caribbean on pixabay.com and got that picture and put that up there. Adds, a little bit nicer. On the hotel, it's better for them to come in the night before, stay in a hotel, and then get up and go to the port. It's just easier that way for, time management and everything. So in case something goes wrong, they're there in time. So I kind of always stress for them. So I do always kind of push the hotel. So that's kind of what I do for that one. And then packages, what each cruise line offers. So, the internet, the drink package, stuff like that. So that's what that means by packages. Transfer. So she wanted to look into shuttling, the Uber, and then if the hotel I cannot talk, shuttled, and then port parking as well. She ended up going with port parking. So I highlighted the best deal for her, or the deal she wanted to do. So that's my quote. Oh, and then insurance. So I use 10 leg for my insurance. That is 17% commission. So that's why I like using them. I give them the option to go in with my link and pick which ones they want, or I'll get on the phone with them and do it, or I'll do it for them. I like to give them an option of them going in because they do give you a lot of different options. They can tailor it to what they need. So it's really up to how the client wants to proceed with the travel insurance. And then, of course, if they do not want travel insurance, you want to make sure that when you send them the authorization form, which I did not put that in my steps, you want to do that before you send them the like confirmation number. But that's really important. That's what's going to help you with the insurance and stuff. Can't believe I forgot to put that in my list. But yeah, so you'll send that out to them. There's one that's downloadable on the Archer site. And it actually has a part for them to check whether they want travel insurance or not. So you want some proof that they said they did not want travel insurance on your authorization form. I might actually have that on here so I can show you guys too. Let's see. This is the updated one. I don't know if I've updated it in my binder or not. Yep. Let's see. Yep. So see right here. And this one is on the back in the back office. This is just the save link that I did from it. And you can fill it in and download it each time you fill it in. So that's what's neat about this. You only get one chance each time you pop it up to fill it in, I've noticed. But if you pull it up each different times, then you can use it as many as you want. You can download it blank like this and just fill it in yourself. But it's already set up for you. And like I said, it has, was travel protection offered and was it accepted? So right there, you're covering yourself if they don't want travel insurance. And I always send that out. Like I said, I will book it and then I will send this out to them. And then once they sent this to me, I'll put in the confirmation number on it where it asks for it and then send it back to them and then keep it for myself. And you want to hold on to this for 6 months. You want a picture of their driver's license and the card they use. I know a lot of people are kind of hesitant on the card thing. So what I tell them is, either you can black out everything but your name and the last four numbers. I said, or when you send it to me, I can't. It's up to you. And then I let them know I only have to keep it for 6 months. This is to go with the credit card authorization form, which protects me and you from anything that happens. It protects them from being paid more, is what I tell them. And then it protects me from, any kind of error, omissions or anything like that when it comes to it being paid. Okay. And then, so it would be right here. I would do it for number 7 and do it before I send them the receipt. And I also put on the receipt, I'll put the confirmation number. You'll see in just a minute. So let's fix this. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like that. So that's kind of where at that credit card authorization fits in. Then let's go invoices next. So let's look at an invoice for her. Her invoice is going to look the same because she was so direct on what she wanted. The difference between the invoice is the quote is it, like I say, I'll have like different things in it. And then the invoice will have the direct quote that they picked out. So let me show you kind of what I mean. Let me see. This won't be for cruises, but let's say this one right here. This is a Colorado trip. No, because there was only one thing she wanted. Never mind. That's not the right one. Let me see. Here. I think this one's camping, but this one's camping, but it'll kind of give you an idea of what I mean. So I have down here, there's Gypsy Camping Canoe, Illinois River, and Red Fern. So those are different campgrounds. Each one has different information on each of the campgrounds. And then what the invoice is it's which quote they picked. So let's say she picked Gypsy Camp. The invoice would just cover Gypsy Camp. That's the difference between the quote and the invoice. The quotes will have multiple different quotes and stuff like that they can pick from, and the invoice is what they decided they want to go with. And if I get to talking too fast, guys, just let me know. I'm bad about it. Okay, so that's kind of the invoice. Let me find hers. Here. It's not finding it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. See her receipt. I might have just did the receipt instead of the invoice for her since she didn't have any other than just one quote. So let's look at the receipt. Where'd that go? Okay. So what you can do, one of the reasons I like using Google Sheets for my quotes, invoices, and receipts is you can take each of these little tabs and you can copy them over into another spreadsheet. And it's easy, it's quick. You don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to re-enter any of the information. You can send it right over to that new spreadsheet. That's all you got to do. Super easy. It'll pop up and say copy of. but you could just rename it. It's all you got to do. But so here's my receipt. So I set it up for each thing that she decided to do. So like the hotel, the cabins, the cruise, everything. And the hotel has a property fee, so that's why she still owes on that. And then it shows that she has paid it in full. So that's how I do that. I have all her confirmation numbers right here. And then for each cabin, and it even shows, where they at, the packages and everything like that. So she got the bottomless bubbles, which is the drink package, and then the internet. I got the cabins, and I just copied and pasted these over. Itinerary. So this is just the information from the cruise line. They emailed it to me, and I put it on here so they have it all in one place. I also gave them the link to book excursions. She wanted to look into that herself, so I gave her a link to do that. And I used the cruise line. Sorry, my brain just buffered. I used the cruise line excursions because if you do not use the excursions that go along with the cruise line, you're not guaranteed on that ship. Now, they may guarantee to get you back to the ship, but they can't guarantee that the ship's going to stay there. So if something happened and you ran late, that ship's not going to wait on you or wait on your client. So you're going to have to find out a way to either get them home or get them to the next port in time for the ship to be there. So that could be stressful. You can't plan for it all. You never know exactly what's going to happen. With the excursions that are with the cruise lines, they will hold the ship for them because it's a part of the cruise. So if something does happen, that ship will wait on them. So that's why I only book excursions through the cruise lines. And then I got their hotel and their transfer. And then this has their tickets and everything that she needs. So all the information, just anything that they would need to know for the port parking. So that's how I do my quotes, my invoices, and my receipts. Betty wants to know if I can share my template for what? My quotes? Or what template? Or all of them? Because I have a spreadsheet. So if you guys will remind me at the end and remind me because I forget. Okay. Yep. So yes. So what I do, and I'll show you this real quick and then we'll jump into the website and remind me at the end and I will share those. But I forget. So you will have to remind me. So I have a spreadsheet. Let me find one. So like this, see how it just says invoice? So what I do is I have one that's pre-made. This one, I kind of mess around with it a little bit more. I've changed it, but I have it pre-made and then I just make a copy of it for that client. And then that way I don't have to create my quotes, template, my invoice template, or my receipt template each time I do one. I've already got it set up and I just have to make a copy of it and name it whatever I want. So, and then you can add everything to it. So yeah, I can share those. And then let me show you my spreadsheet one or my quote one. Let's see. See the invoice one? I don't see my quote one. It's somewhere here. I don't see it. All right. I will find it and get it sent to you guys. Yeah, I'll have to search through it. I know it's in here. I was in here the other day making one. So, but yeah, I'll get those to you guys towards the end. Let's jump in to the website real quick. So I'm already signed in to Cruising Power. And like I said, Cruising Power is the website. They have really good trainings. I'm actually certified with Royal Caribbean. I have completed all my training and certification. They also have marketing stuff to help you guys as well. You're welcome. So go down here to search your different one. I need to upload my thing. I'm bad about it. I need to get my information up there. Okay, so this is the website. They show deals up at the top. And right here is how you search the different ones. You can put in different things to search. You can do it by the brand. You can do it by destination. So we want Royal Caribbean because that's what we're doing. Destination, let's do Alaska. And we'll do for 2 adults, 1 room, just to keep it simple. And right here, you can put their loyalty number if they have one. So if they've sailed Royal Caribbean before, they will have one. And then there's some other promotion qualifying. This can make me pick one. Okay. Pick a date. That's what I forgot to do. Let's set it out for a few because we can even use this for a mock booking. So, rolled up on me. Okay. So let's say it's November. Let's do March. Give us time that we can, advertise it as a mock booking and everything. And I can even show you how to throw that together if I need to. We say departing date. See if we'll load now. Everything's filled out. And of course, it's not going to want to work. Search it. Are you serious? All right. Let's book one a different way since that is for some reason not loading. I've got everything in here now. All destinations. Let's try a different port. Any port. 2 children, 1 room. Gonna do the date again. Try this one more time. Okay, those dates are unavailable if they're gray. Those are all celebrity. Let's see here. Let's do a promotion. If we find one for Caribbean. I don't know why it's being so finicky. Let's see. Search promotions. See, that works. Loaded then. Uh, 1 second, guys. It kicked me out. I don't know what's going on with Royal Caribbean today. And now it looks different. Oh, because I went to planning tools. Look, it's working now. Slowly, but it's loading. Okay. So that's another way you can go into planning tools and do search promotions. Before it wasn't even loading on that other one for some reason. All right. So let's pick one on here that's already set up. We'll just use the first one. So It is 3 nights in the Bahamas cruise. The ship tells you right here which one it is. Tells you the date, the sell date, all that information. And then tells you the rooms. Let's book now. My internet is really slow right now, guys. Changed them. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm glad I've been helpful. I really enjoy doing these trainings. So, oh, and you guys, I haven't mentioned I've got more trainings on my YouTube. So that's where all my trainings go. I am a little behind on some uploading some trainings, but there's a bunch already on there. Okay, hold on, you guys. It's okay. So what this is, this right here, it's letting you know that if you do 8 additional staterooms, you receive the TC credit for this group. So it turns it into a group. They get more amenities, your commission's higher, stuff like that when it's a group. So that's what it's talking about there. Um, let's see here. Pending reservation. Lets you put in a promo code right here if you have one. It tells you the total for all the rooms. We're only getting one. And that is not going to be like the main total. That's just like the room itself. So you pick what kind of room you want. So deluxe, suite deluxe, balcony, storage room, outside, interior. The status, so this is where you want to pick from available, closed, guaranteed, or wait list. So the wait lists are kind of like the bigger deal rooms. So what that is someone already has that booked, but if it comes available, then depending on how many people's on the wait list and where you're at on that wait list, you have a chance of getting that room. And then you've got the guaranteed. So you're guaranteed that room no matter what. It's not let me cook storage. There we go. Balcony. Which, keep in mind, balconies do cost more. So we can see if there's any promotions, deals for that. So your offer name with a short description and then combined with. So those are kind of like how their rooms are set up, how you figure them out. So if you click on it, this kind of tells you what's in that group. So you see who's eligible for this offer, what the offer is, what it includes, and all that. And then it's, valid for. So, the air and sea, the all getaways, and the cruise only is what this one's valid for. You'll want to come through and take a look at different ones and kind of plan, what you think your client's going to want, not what you want, but what you think the client will enjoy. And that's kind of what that phone call is over, is for you guys to And see, this one says refundable. So that's always a good one to look into too. So you want to be able to see if they're eligible for this. That's why you want to go in and look at them. And the categories, I'm still working on them, but those have to do with like your room and your ship location and stuff like that. So they've already got this one checked, so we're going to go ahead and go with this. Let's see what it has in store. So we are eligible for it. And then this is another one you want to make sure it's commissible too. Sometimes they have to be in the loyalty tier to be able to get it. TC, that it has to do with your groups. This is eligible for groups so that, you know, if you're booking more than one or more than 8 or more, sorry, if you're booking more than 8 or more rooms, that's a good thing to keep in mind too. So once you go through all this, you'll hit select. And then once you get this all set up, you'll pick your staterooms. So I went too far, sorry. So these are your rooms. You got the ocean views, you got Central Park interior view, promenade view. So that's like those are like inner cruise views. So they'll have a window and stuff, but they're gonna see the inside of the cruise ship instead of outside. Then your interior usually is cheaper, but not always. Like this one right here, ocean view. You got your balcony. Balconies usually cost a little bit more. They're like in having a balcony is like an add-on. So you'll pick your room. We're just gonna go with this one. Okay. So now within picking this room, we picked, you know, kind of the setup of the room, what room type. And here you'll pick the room number. So you'll actually pick stateroom. You got different decks to look on for the different rooms. Shows not available. Not available. Well, if I can find one that's available. All right, let's see. Like 15. This will also kind of give you a layout of the ship too, as well. Let's go a little bit down, not up. Further down on the ship. 6. Once you pick your room, I'm gonna go with one that's not available just because so we can get through this. I'll be here all night. Just kidding. It don't take that long. I'm being a little dramatic. So it gives you, there we go. Gives you the information about the room. You can use these pictures for your quotes, your receipts and invoices as well. And then there's a balcony, tells you the type of window, all that good stuff that they would like to know about the room. And then I'm gonna have to pick one for us to move on. See if it already. Sometimes it will pick one for you. Nope, I don't have one picked. There we go. Oh, look at that. I talk crap and then one comes available. So, like I said, it shows you up here, Lore of the Seas. Sorry, my camera box and everything's in the way. So it just tells you the ship, the category, the storage room number, and what deck it's on. And then other information that we kind of went already over. And then it kind of goes into a little bit more of description of the room. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Save image. Ooh, that might work. We'll see. Then save this one too. I don't know if they'll work, but we'll see. And that's for our mock booking that I'm going to do. All right. Then if I can move stuff around so I can exit it. There we go. Links because I actually remembered. And I will show you how to do the oh, you only see my Watkins Escapes binder for the last 5 minutes? That's not good at all. Dang, you missed that whole thing then. Is that how everybody's was? Can some of you guys other on here let me know if that was for you guys too, if you only seen it? Yep. Okay. Dang it. Let me unshare and reshare and I will go through that all again. And I'll just cut that out when I work on my training. It should not be. Oh, I bet when they pulled off. Okay, let me stop sharing and reshare and see if that helps. Okay. Which one? Okay. So, did you guys see my quotes and invoices and all that stuff? You're welcome. Okay. So you did see that. So it was just mainly the website. All right. So let's go back through this real quickly. Start from search one. All right. So this one's going to actually take a lot of editing. Okay. So when you pull it up, cruisingpower.com. Start at the very beginning since you guys didn't see that. Dang. It's taking forever. Really? Oh, wrong one. Okay. See if I'm logged in. Log out. Yep. So I'm already logged in. I went to, let's go to Cruise Planner, Royal Caribbean. So we're gonna do it by the ship. This is a little easier way sometimes if you do it this way. You can select your ship, your date. Let's go further out. We'll go to May. Second. I'm gonna put my computer in before it dies. Okay, so we got this over here. It's not letting me. It's not gonna do it. It's not loading for some reason. So let's go this other way. So you can do it this way. This is the first way I try to show you where you can look them up, but for some reason it wasn't loading when I tried to do it. Oh, look at that. Now it's gonna work. Okay, so you can look it up that way, where you can just look up the different ones they have with the different dates. And then you can also, if we go back, you can also go up here to planning tools and search promotions, and you can find certain promotions that are available for certain cabins, rooms, stuff like that. That's what a cabin is when you're dealing with cruises. So, and also wanted to show you real quick. I went kind of fast. Right here, you can search for different promotions that go along with these different things right here. Sometimes you get like with the age and fire department and these, you'll get a discount on different ones. And you can search the certain brands, the destinations, the ports. You can search by all this. God, it's working better now. It's going faster. All right. So I already have one pending. But I'm going to take you through here and kind of show you how to do it. So you'll pick which one you want, whether it's the date, the ship, you know, whatever you're wanting for your client or what your client's wanting. We're going to go to this one. Click on it. It tells you about it. Gives you a little information, what is offered on it. You get the deck details as well as the ship details. And then check it. Select. Then come down. And this is where you'll pick your category. I'm going to go with this first one. There's different ones. And like I said, you click on these, it will pop up with information about them. I'm going to delete that one. Let's see. They're all waitlisted. Okay. So these right here are going to tell you if there's any available waitlisted, if they're closed. So, and then you'll just click on the one you want, which this one is waitlisted. So this one must have a lot of people already booked on it. View promotions. These are the different promotions that come along with it. Click on them. It gives you information about, what if it's valid for, and then what uh, restrictions it has, and all that, and eligibility. So, it's only eligible for 1 to 2 guests. It's not eligible for a single or 3 to 4 guests, and then children and infants are eligible as well. So, but that has to be within your one. So really that's gonna have to be like 1 adult, 1 kid in that situation because it's, only available for 1 or 2. And you come down here. After you picked your rate, select. Tells you a little bit about it. Shows that it's pending. Okay, it might not let me do it because it's waitlisted. Oh, here's one's available, so we'll do this one. Nope, it doesn't give me a dot that says it's because zero are available. All right, let's go. We're gonna have to pick another one. Let's go back. Let's go one that's further out and it won't be as booked. Okay. Let's try this one. No, I don't want to compare it. There we go. I marked it. And you can, what the compare is you can pick multiple different cruise lines, ships, stuff like that on those things where they're multiple or checked, not connected, checked, and you can compare the prices and stuff on them, is what that means. And I'm not seeing available on this one either. Up here, here's a Broadway balcony view or boardwalk. So that is going to be like an interior room. So their window, they'll have a window, but it's going to be looking inside the ship. So they'll see the inside of the ship. You can get your price quote. This is what I showed you guys a little bit before. So you could use this to do your quotes or your mock bookings so you don't have to go through the whole thing. Then you're going to pick your room. Now, if you see over here, it tells you the category that you picked, and then it tells you what decks that it's available on. So you can pick any of these decks to find this type of room. And they're going to be highlighted. So, and it's available. Right here, it's going to tell you if it's available or not. So like, let's see if we find one that's available. Not available. Wait list. So this one means it means that someone's already booked it, but you can be put on the wait list. So if they cancel, you can be up for getting that room. So we're going to pick one that's highlighted. And as you can tell, it's interior. And I wanted to show you something else. If you want to get a little more familiar with the cruise ship and what's on it, you can go over here and look at the different decks and kind of see what this ship has to offer. So load, there we go. So you see you got the sun deck, you got the social patio, and then it shows you where the the restaurant, two of the restaurants are. All right, and then you have to fill out the guest name, which I just did this a little bit ago, but y'all couldn't see. So give me a second. That's optional. Let's not do it. Loyalty number. If they've been on a Royal Caribbean, they will have a loyalty number. If they don't have it, you can always call the cruise line and get it for them. And with, the loyalty numbers, you can get them like their points they accumulate can get them other things as well. And then if you have a promo, if you qualify for any promos, the state promos, passport information, air city, those are both optional. and then you add a guest. So you have to do this for every single guest. So if you have adults and children, you're gonna have to do it for the children, and you want to put the age at the time of travel. So you will have to do that for every single guest. Dining options. And sometimes they'll have my time, and that means they get to just go whenever they want to eat. We're going to do a lake, say we're going on an excursion. Oh, here we go, family time. You get to say how you guys want the beds, if you wanted them apart, if you want them together. Put my information on. They have their own travel insurance. You can use that or 10 leg. I'm not sure. I need to actually check. I think 10 leg does cruises, but I need to check for sure. Uh-oh, I didn't complete a field. Oh, huh. All right. There we go. Sorry, this has ran a little longer. I didn't realize my screen wasn't sharing for you guys. Okay, so then you'll review and book. This right here is good information. I would put this on my quote, invoice and receipt, just so that they know. It is non-refundable, the deposit is, and that there is a change fee that will apply for the ship or sell dates to change. And it's $100. Go through here, it breaks down the prices. Right here shows you your commission. It shows you you that we get 16% commission from them. And this is what I'm getting per each person. And then the total. So that's the commission. And then we get 80% of that commission showed here. Then you want to read this information right here, the terms and conditions. It wouldn't hurt to read that with your client so they know, and then you'll hit finish. You can find them a flight, make a payment. And this is where you can do some other stuff. You can start new. You can add a new sailing. You can send confirmation letter. You can do transfer individual booking into groups. So groups, you make more commission. That's how you do it. That's how you book with Royal Caribbean. Any questions? You're welcome, Lindsay. Thank you for staying on. This will be on my YouTube. And I will post the links in the chat. And then I will also put them on the community for those of you that had to leave early. You're welcome. I'm glad it was very informative. You're welcome, Betty and James, both of you guys. Let me get those. The quote temple. So this is one of them. So it has all my information for my quotes. So I will share this with you guys in the chat. And just like it says, make a copy of it. Oh, wait, that went directly to James. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Now it's sent to everybody. And then we were wanting my invoice spreadsheet as well, which my invoice, I kind of just do the quote. Invoice. I might get on here and play around with this and kind of make it more of how I do it. Because I take this stuff off. Like I don't do these. And I'll probably switch these around, but I'll do this in a minute. Let me share this with you guys. Manage. Okay. And then here's this one. So the first one is the quote. Second one is the invoice. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put in the chat. I'm going to stop recording. So thank you guys for joining. And those of you that are watching, thank you. And you guys have a great night.